Today Baba is explaining in very good detail one of the most important points that we have to pay attention to when we remember Baba. And that point is that we sit in Baba's remembrance with our eyes open. So this is a very important point, and also very important because it is a big point of distinction from how we thought about meditation before we came to Baba. Because in the world, all the pictures that you saw of yogis, whether it is the sannyasi, whether it is Buddha, you saw all of them sitting with their eyes closed. Yes, and all the images, they are all sitting with the eyes closed. And when we come to Baba, the first thing we do is close our eyes. But Baba says, no, remember me with your eyes open. And Baba gives a very interesting example. Baba says that if you're sitting with your eyes closed and you're remembering me, then if you are selling goods at a shop, then somebody will steal all the goods and you will just be remembering me because you can't see that they are stealing. And that's not a good idea. But you see, what is it with this eyes open, eyes closed, and why does Baba have to speak a whole murli telling us that we have to sit with our eyes open? So now the first thing is, I'll give you an example. There was this one lady and she came to the center for the first time, and I was talking to somebody else. I was not available at that time. So she was asked to wait. And then she was told that this is the meditation room and you can sit here and just sit quietly and meditate until Didi comes. So when I came, she had already passed out. She was almost unconscious, and then we had to wake her up, and then she was crying incessantly, and then I asked her, why are you crying? So she said, this is such a vibrational place and there's such great charge in this place, and I just lost all my awareness and I passed out, and here I am lying unconscious, and I don't know if I come here then I will reach some samadhi. So I said, no, you will not reach any samadhi like that. Now you come here, and I had to literally, pull her up because she was fully unconscious. And then later, when she went home, then her husband, she narrated that whole incident as a very beautiful incident to her husband, and her husband said, don't you dare go there again, and if you keep passing out like this, then these people are, I don't know what these people are doing. And it was not her doing at all. She never met me even, we never had a talk, nothing. And this way her journey stopped. Now why I'm sharing this with you is because you see, this is all this mindset that you're carrying from earlier. So Baba today tells us in great detail that Hatha Yogi sannyasis, so Hatha Yogi sannyasis, what they do is they believe in just sitting and losing awareness. So it's all about being unconscious, losing awareness, going into sunya, nothingness, and all of that. So when you move with that idea, so maybe that sister, that Mata, would have had these ideas from earlier, and when you move with those ideas, you sit with the aim to just lose awareness. But Raj Yoga is not about losing total awareness. Raj Yoga is about losing only selective awareness. And Raj Yoga is about being very aware. So, if you ask me to define Raj Yoga in this light, I would always say that in Raj Yoga, you consciously think and remember that which is worth thinking about, or that which is worth remembering. And Raj Yoga is a very conscious practice where you are consciously remembering and consciously thinking about things that deserve to be thought about, or that one which deserves to be remembered, that one which is worthy. And you see that in most murlis, Baba would always say that Raj Yoga is done with the buddhi. So Raj Yoga is an act of the buddhi, and Raj Yoga is not about the body or anything. So the most, and I have also seen that, when people come from the old world, the first question they would ask is, what posture do I have to sit in while meditating? So people attach a lot of importance to the posture you're sitting in, or that you lose complete awareness. But Baba says your body should be comfortable. It's if you are very ill, Baba says you can even lie down and remember Baba. There is no problem with, if you are unable to sit and unable to, sit in a normal posture also, Baba says you can, even in sickness, you can lie down and remember Baba. That's not a problem, because Raj Yoga is an act of the buddhi. It has got nothing to do with the body, but of course, if you sit in a very uncomfortable position, or if you are sitting, if you're sleeping, just lying down very casually, then that becomes a problem with yoga, because your buddhi also starts feeling lazy. So if you're just, if you're not in attention with the body, then it becomes very difficult to be in attention with the buddhi. So that way you should have some mind-body coordination. But otherwise the body is not of much importance. The posture of the body is not of much importance. So this is why you sit comfortably, sit relaxed, keep your back straight, so that your body is in an attentive position and your buddhi can also be in attention. That's all. So Baba tells us that in Raj Yoga you don't lose awareness, you remember the one who is worthy of remembering, and you forget that which doesn't deserve your attention or doesn't deserve your energy. So Baba gives us the knowledge, and the buddhi has the capacity to discern and decide based on the knowledge that Baba gives us. And the buddhi, so the soul receives the knowledge about what is true, what is false, what is perishable, what is imperishable. The soul receives the knowledge about what is my aim, and what are the things that take me towards my aim, and what are the things that take me away from my aim. Yes, so in Raj Yoga, you receive all this knowledge. So we receive the knowledge that I am a soul. I finished my journey of 84 births and I'm now at the end, and now I have to become pure and go to the new world. And for that, what all are the practices of the mind, body, wealth, whatever are the practices that will take me towards my aim and that will take me away from my aim, and whose remembrance takes me towards my aim, whose remembrance takes me away from my aim. So I understand who I am, how I've been around, what I've done. I understand what sanskars I'm carrying. I understand where I have to go. And I understand that Baba is here to take me from hell to heaven, and other things that I'm so attached to right now, whether it is things or people, they are all perishable. So they will just distract me, but they are not going to ensure that I go from hell to heaven. So I understand everything through the intellect. And Baba says that when you receive this knowledge and the soul absorbs this knowledge, then the intellect becomes so functional that the intellect is able to choose very well, so where to focus on and where not to focus on. So you don't have to lose awareness or go into nothingness, but you just focus on what needs to be focused on. And what needs to be focused on is Baba. So we understand that it is only Baba's remembrance with which we absolve our sins, with which we become pure, and we go to a pure world where there is health, wealth, happiness, everything. So the intellect chooses to remember Baba, and the intellect chooses to not remember everything else that is in and around you. And it's not about, disliking something, or it's not about hating something, it's not about running away from something, it's not about being so escapist that you have to lose complete awareness of everything. No, you know that these other stuff that you can see and that you can hear and all that's part of the physical world, even this body, is not going to serve you. And that which cannot serve you any longer doesn't deserve your attention. So of course it's not like you abandon that which doesn't serve you. So you still take care of everything, but you don't give it that attention or attachment or that emotion that you gave earlier because you know that it is inconsequential. Yes, and I'll tell you one thing that I remember. There was this one Mata, and she told me that my father is in deep pain, and I don't know, but I feel that all day I should talk to him because he is in deep pain. So I told him, I told her, yes, you should do that, but there is one catch. You should do that if you give me the guarantee that if you talk to him all day, he will be relieved of that pain. So I asked her, can you relieve his pain? So she said, I guess not, because I have been talking to him every day, all the time for the last 10 years, but his pain has only increased. So I said, you must understand that A, you are not relieving his pain. B, you are also coming to a place where you are in pain. And she said, how do you know that? I have started taking anxiety pills just 2 months back. Because all the time he is in pain, he is giving me all that pain, through his vibration, heart, his words. So he keeps giving me that and I keep absorbing it. So I told her that, you see, this act that you're engaging in is only counterproductive. You want to alleviate the pain, but it's only multiplying the pain. So don't you think that it doesn't make sense to do it? So she said, then what should I do? Just leave my father or what? So I said, no, don't leave him. You listen to him, but first you remember Baba. First you forget him and remember Baba. And you create a state for yourself where you're full of spiritual energy. You are in an elevated state. And then when you remember him, then when you talk to him, just listen to him in a very detached manner. Don't listen to him like your father is speaking to you. Listen to him like a soul is, sharing their pain. And while you're doing that, keep giving that pain to Baba and taking Baba's love and drishti and keep giving to your father. And in this process, you will heal him, you will stop taking the pain that he's giving you, and this is also an aspect of seva that will make you earn blessings. So she said, yes, this is a very good idea, but up until now, I only thought there are two choices. Either take like a garbage bin, whatever he is giving, or abandon him. But Baba says, no, you live in this world, you don't abandon anything, but you don't connect your heart with anything, because you understand that everything is perishable, and even while you're thinking so emotionally about something or you're connecting your heart with something, you're not doing any good to it, rather you are doing bad to yourself. So you're not making it better, but you're making yourself worse. But if you just, if you just knew that, for 1 hour, I don't have to think about things that can't serve me and I can't serve them in this mundane state. And let me just forget all of that and remember Baba and fill myself with the peace, the love, the joy, the strength that I need in order to feel, spiritually charged and give something of myself to others. So when you do that in awareness, that is called yoga. So Baba says, this is how you have to remember me, not by losing awareness, or not by just forgetting the world, or not by being oblivious or going into nothingness, but very consciously choosing that while I'm remembering Baba, I don't have to focus on the other stuff. And then when I interact with all that stuff, I have to keep that, I have to do that while in remembrance of Baba, so that I keep giving the energy that they are giving to me to Baba, and then take the energy from Baba and give them. Right? So you have to have a direct relationship with Baba and an indirect relationship with the old world. So it's not like we are abandoning, but we have an indirect relationship. And then second thing Baba says, don't sleep in yoga. And Baba says, when you close your eyes, then you are inevitably sleeping. And you might think that you are remembering Baba. And I remember, there was this one brother, and what he used to do is, he used to close his eyes, and when I used to give him a course also, he would close his eyes. And then he was a CEO in some company, so in the initial days I didn't, because a lot of, there is ego also. If you just start pointing out things in the first instance, they might get hurt. So I just kept quiet for 2-3 days, and while I gave him the course, he would just keep his eyes closed, and he would. So then the third day I told him do you do this when you are talking to the board members in the meeting? So he said, no, but I do this when I listen to them. So I always keep my eyes closed. And I said, and you are listening with your eyes closed? So he said, yes. So I said, okay, I want you to repeat the points I said today. And he couldn't repeat one point. And then he said that, and I said, you're doing the same thing with your board members also. You think that you're listening to them with your eyes closed, but you're not. And we are programmed in such a way that when you're keeping your eyes closed, you are sleeping. And you don't even know that you're sleeping. And if you argue with somebody that you are sleeping, they will argue back that no, I'm not sleeping. But if you ask them, what was I talking or what was I saying, they don't remember anything. And even if they do, it will be very fragmented and the essence they don't remember. So Baba says that, when you are sitting with your eyes closed, then not only the thief can steal from your shop, but the thief called Maya is also stealing your time and thought, and you don't even know about that theft. And she's not making you, she's not allowing you or letting you use that time and thought in creating a spiritual stage for yourself by either listening to the Murli or remembering Baba consciously. So Baba says remembering Baba is a very conscious act done through the buddhi, and there is no point in closing your eyes and falling off to sleep. And I remember there was one bhatti and there was this Mata, and she slept like anything in that bhatti, and she was just falling left and right and sleeping miserably in that bhatti. And so I said, I really stopped myself from judging her, and I had to make conscious effort to not, not create thoughts like, what is she doing in the bhatti, spoiling the atmosphere for others. And I had to really stop myself and put in a lot of effort in doing that. And then what happened is, when she came to take the toli on the stage, she said, Didi, I want to thank you from my heart, and the kind of meditation I had today, such liberating meditation and such good meditation I've never had in my life. So, so just think about how unaware we are about ourselves. So somebody is sleeping and they don't even know they are sleeping. That's the thing, you're thinking that you're in yoga because your idea is that you feel relaxed in yoga, you feel relaxed in sleep, so it's all the same. But no, yoga is not about relaxing. Yoga is about burning your sins. And you don't feel relaxed when you burn your sins. You feel recharged. You feel that fire in you. You feel that, it gives you enthusiasm, zeal. It fills you with clarity. Yoga is supposed to do all of that. But most people are just sleeping in yoga and they don't even know. So the beautiful part is you don't know that you're sleeping. So Baba says that whenever you're closing your eyes, you're only sleeping. So don't let Maya intervene in that manner. And as a personal experience, I know that don't create a very comfortable environment when you're doing yoga. So don't put on the fan or the AC at a temperature which you like. So keep yourself a little uncomfortable. So I never switch on the fan or AC while doing yoga because I want myself to be in a state where I stay aware and alert, and I can be conscious, because if the environment is too soothing, then you tend to fall asleep. So don't keep yourself that comfortable. And this is why, also don't slouch your back and then sit in yoga. Keep your back straight and keep your body in a position environmentally and physically where the body is also alert. So the body is also in an alert position. And when you do that and sit in yoga, then you can consciously stay in attention in a constant manner. And Baba says that you cannot have yoga with your eyes closed, so don't go into that and don't keep explaining that no, I was doing yoga, you don't know, Didi, you keep your eyes open, I keep closed, and I can still do yoga. Because then I'll not make you do yoga, I'll make you listen to a class with your eyes closed and ask you to write the points, and you can't do that. So Baba says don't do that. Then third thing Baba says is why we need to keep our eyes open is because we are karma yogis. And Raj Yoga is not 1 hour yoga, 2 hour yoga. Raj Yoga is 24/7 yoga. And when you are a Raj Yogi, you have to do everything in remembrance of Baba all day. And you cannot keep your eyes closed all day, right? So if you have programmed yourself to only stay in remembrance of Baba when your eyes are closed, then you will need to close your eyes to remember Baba, because that is the mental switch you have created. So in order to unplug from the old world, you need to close your eyes. If you have created that kind of a programming for yourself, then how can you remember Baba while doing everything? That's not possible, because you cannot close your eyes in office or when the boss is shouting at you, or when you are doing your work or making rotis. Can you keep your eyes closed? No, you can't. So then all that time you will not be in yoga. So Baba says that do not create that habit where your mental switch and your eye switch is connected with each other. So your mental switch is independent of the body. You have no need to close your eyes to detach from the body, detach your awareness from the body and physical world. It's an act of the buddhi where you choose, where you understand that this is immaterial, this is perishable, this is inconsequential, and I have to remember Baba because that will burn my sins, that will make me pure. So you don't have to close your eyes for that. It's a choice you make with the buddhi. So Baba says that you don't have to create that sanskar where you can only switch in when your eyes are closed. And if you create that sanskar, then you can never be a karma yogi. So this is also kind of a cautionary note that we should pay attention to, because if you create that sanskar, then you fall into the pit you created for yourself. Yes, and I will tell you, I have seen some people sit with eyes closed even though they are old BKs, old Brahmins. Yes, but so don't just copy whatever you see. Listen to the Murli, and whatever Baba says, pay attention to that. Because the other day somebody said, oh no, that person sits with eyes closed. So I said, that person is a human being, that's not Baba. So when Baba says you have to sit with your eyes open, you have to sit with your eyes open. And then what happened is, the second question was, so you mean that that person is not having yoga with Baba? So I said, that's not my department. I don't have to think about whether that person is having yoga with Baba or not having yoga with Baba, but Baba has spoken the Murli for me and I have to imbibe it. I don't have to, because you see, Gyan can be used to make your, see, Gyan is given to elevate yourself. Gyan is not given to you to judge others. Yes, and I remember there was this one person and they told me something very funny. They said that Baba says that whenever you have a lot of obstacles from Maya, so you're progressing very well. So they said this Brahmin who goes to me with me to the center, they have a lot of obstacles, so they are a good Purusharthi. So I said, they are a good Purusharthi or not is a different story, but why are you sitting and thinking about that Brahmin? That doesn't make you a good Purusharthi. So you see that, we keep trying to apply points of knowledge to judge everybody, but that's not our job. I have to listen to the Murli, I have to take the point for myself and just create a state that Baba is taking me to, or just cooperating with me to create that elevated state. So Baba says, pay attention to your journey and just keep your eyes open and remember me. And then there is another thing which is very important in the Murli, that there are many people who chant and they think that chanting, and in Bharat there is Ram Naam ka daan. So there is, you give a chant or a word to somebody and then they chant that, and that is called a daan. So Baba says that I am the true Ram and you don't have to chant my name, you have to remember me. And remembrance is done through the man and buddhi. There is no need to keep saying Baba, 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 Baba. And then Baba says another very beautiful thing. Do you keep chanting the name of your father, Lokik father, when you remember him? So do you keep doing that? So Baba says, why do you have to speak somebody's name to remember him? You don't do it with Lokik people, then why do you need to do it with God? Remembrance is an act of the man and buddhi. There is nothing about the eyes or the mouth that you have to pay attention to. You can be speaking anything, you can be listening to anything and still be in remembrance of Baba. So Baba says that don't confuse meditation with chanting also, and there is nothing to speak in the sweet silence remembrance of Baba. Okay, Om Shanti.